Hi, good morning. We're just halfway up, well, almost finished with the climb out of Bennington. I'm going to stop giving updates that saying it's hot because, frankly, the heat wave that we had when we were in New Jersey and New York seems to have just lingered, and it seems like this summer is going to be an unusually hot one. So I think we're just in it for the long run. Even this far north, it's going to be hot, it's going to be humid. There's supposed to be quite a lot of rain over the next few days, but it looks like it's going to be, the odd rather than like full days of rain, it's going to be like intermittent, like big showers. So that's not too bad. But yeah, we've just had some interesting / unique trail magic. The best. So we were just coming down. So we just stopped by a little brook, just splashed some water on ourselves to cool down. And this guy came over and said, "Hey, do you want some unusual trail magic?" I'm like, "Sure." And he goes, "I own a backpacking gear company called Holy Hiker." Whole is in, what is that, like the whole thing, not like, or holy.
Not like holy.
Not like religious holy, but like a hole cut into something, I guess. Holy Hiker. And they make these little yellow things, which are backpacking bidets. So Korok already has one from Kulo Clean, and now we've got this one. So if you can see,
I've been trying to get him to get one.
Yeah, there's little tiny holes in it, and what you do is push it into the end of your smart water bottle, or other water brands are available, but just like a normal soft drink plastic bottle, so it fits in the top, and you use that as a bidet. So the tiny holes obviously mean the water comes out at quite high pressure without using too much of it, so you can basically use that instead of toilet paper. So
Bidets are amazing.
Korok's been using one for a while because she had one from a Trail Magic box in North Carolina. Yeah, so you've been using one since then.
So I haven't been carrying any toilet paper.
No, whereas I'm still carrying toilet paper like a chump and panicking when it starts running out. So exciting to, I don't need to go just yet, but when I do, I'll be sure to let you know how it goes. Also, they had a set of clippers at the hotel in the Trail Magic box, so I've just tidied up my beard. It's back to kind of what it was before I started hiking. So obviously I started hiking and I still had a beard, so that wasn't full just trail growth. But I was thinking, like, how wild can I let it go, like, to see how crazy it is when we get to Maine. But I was also kind of getting sick of like finding mustache and beard hair in my food and in my mouth every time we ate. So I've trimmed up a little bit. So now I look like a day hiker.
You don't smell like a day hiker.
I don't smell like a day hiker, no. But yeah, so we're doing about 14 miles today to somewhere called Kid Gore Shelter. And we're basically pushing on to get to Green Mountain House Hostel in Manchester on Friday. So we'll probably do a shorter day on Friday itself, but it's about 40 miles to do across 3 days, so plenty doable. But yeah, we'll just keep dealing with this heat, and then see where we get to today. Alright, I'll speak to you in a bit. Hi everyone. Just starting the day with a nice big climb. Just got over it really, but yeah, we left. We made it to Kidgore Shelter last night. So made it in just before rain overnight, so that was good. Managed to stay dry. And then today we're pushing bigger miles to get to this like covered enclosed shelter that's like got an actual door and a roof and stuff. So although people did put reports in far out that apparently some porcupine was trying to bite through the roof and drop in, I can't imagine a worse animal to have, except maybe like a bear. But like in terms of a smaller animal to just drop into your bed, like a porcupine's a pretty bad one to try and get rid of. I don't know if you can actually see anything, as it's all like completely hazed up with all the humidity. But, yeah, we've got a bigger day today, and then we should, if we push the bigger miles today, we'll treat ourselves to a nice 4-mile day tomorrow to get to the road crossing to get into Manchester to stay at Green Mountain House Hostel tomorrow night. So get a chance to do laundry again, have another shower, get some proper food, which I've really need at the moment, because I'm just like, I know I got rid of my stove and stuff, but like I'm still trying to dial in my, you know, what food I'm eating in the evening to keep my calories up. So yesterday was a bit rough because I just felt so weak in the day. I hadn't had enough for lunch, so I need to like get better at, you know, eating enough to keep my energy up. But anyway, I don't want to slip down here. Right. Anyway, I'm going to focus on the trail. So, I was going to say I'll show you anything that we come across today, but it's very overcast. It's a lot cooler today, but it's also incredibly overcast. So whether we'll see anything or not, I don't know. Let's find out. Alright, nothing particularly special to look at here, except this is mile 1648.1, which means
we're 3/4 of the way.
That's 75% of the trail done. Only a quarter to go. And it doesn't feel like that it's that far either.
I was going to say, a quarter feels more daunting than, for some reason, it feels more daunting than
Like 550 miles or something. Yeah. Do you remember going past the 25 mark in Southern Virginia?
Yeah.
And thinking, wow, that must be amazing to see the 75% on the other side.
Yeah.
And here we are. There we go. Got about 550 miles to go or so. Alright, let's keep going. Good morning. A very quick one today. We're just doing less than 3 miles down to the nearest road crossing after a bigger day yesterday, and we're staying in a hostel in Manchester Centre. I guess the town of Manchester has a separate little town called Manchester Centre just outside of it. Why it's not in the middle, called Manchester. Anyway, so yeah, Short one today. We're going to go gorge ourselves on fast food, resupply, go and check out some of the outdoor shops, and then call for our pickup to go to the hostel for the night. We can actually get laundry done, shower, and just generally relax. So probably won't be too much from today, but yeah, we'll see how we get on. Hey everyone, good morning. Just heading up the start of our day, just heading up Mount Bromley. So it's basically 3 miles straight up from where we got dropped off this morning. And we got dropped off by the guys from the Green Mountain House Hostel, which was an excellent stay, very relaxing. Basically just spent the morning doing like resupply and just going around the town, and then spent the afternoon and evening just in the living room watching movies and editing videos and stuff. So yeah, really nice, relaxed evening. We paid for individual bunks, but I guess because Corrick and I booked at the same time, they put us in what was effectively a private room, which was nice. We had our own space. But yeah, we just we've got quite a few miles today. Well, there's plenty of shelters from about miles 13 through to 20, so we can basically just keep going as long as we can and stop at whatever shelter we get to. So yeah, we'll see how far we get, but we're basically on the push now to Hanover, which is the end of Vermont and the start of New Hampshire. So we'll not sure when we'll get there, probably sometime mid next week, but it all kind of depends how far we get today. So let's get cracking. Hello, alright. The sun has just set, so we're now like in kind of like twilight. And we're about 0.3 from the shelter or so. Hopefully you can actually see me. I don't know if it's the screen is too the lens is too fogged up from condensation, but today's been a very tough day. It's 20 odd miles, just starting a bit late, not late, but you know, started at like 9 instead of 6, because we were coming from the hostel, starting with the 2 big climbs at the beginning of the day, and then it's not been that hot today. It's just the humidity is unbelievable. Like, you just, I know I've kept mentioning it, but like, even if it's not hot and you're not really sweating and exerting yourself, like just going on flats and stuff, anything you do sweat just immediately just builds up in your clothing. So I'm just as sweaty and like sticky and gross as I was in some of those like heat wave days, just because it will not evaporate into the air because the ambient, like I say, the ambient humidity is just too high. So you end up with all these other problems, like even though we washed all our clothes yesterday, had a shower and everything, it's just there's like residual, or the salt buildup on your clothes just happens almost immediately. So like I say, even though I've laundered and showered, I'm just immediately chafing like everywhere, and it's just really uncomfortable to walk, no matter how much like anti-chafe balm and stuff you do. You just can't, because you just can't dry out, so it just makes it worse. Anyway, yeah, you can barely see me now. It's like starting to get dark, but we're almost at the shelter, so hopefully it's not too crowded and I can just set up and go straight to bed, because we already took a break at the last shelter to eat, so we're getting hungry. So yeah, big day, but a hard day. So alright, I'll catch you later. Hi everyone. You will probably be thinking that this is the 14th of July. It is not. It is the 16th. I have not filmed anything in the last 2 days. So the last thing you would have seen was obviously getting into the shelter, and it was a little rock pond or something. And I was complaining that I was like kind of sore and a bit fed up of the whole thing. That basically just continued into the day after, where I was basically just in a foul mood all day. The chafing was like real painful. I could hardly walk, and I'm very easily distracted. We're looking out over an airport and there's a plane taking off, so I'm like, of the attention of a 6-year-old, I'm like, ooh, plane. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't really film anything that day, but in short, we basically got to a road crossing and hitched into a town called Wallingford to try and buy some like various ointments and creams and remedies and all sorts to try and fix the problem. And basically still was in agony and could barely walk, so I managed to walk along a road 6 miles to the next junction with the AT, where we managed to hitch a ride into Rutland, and luckily had bunk space at the hiker hostel at the Yellow Deli. So anyone who's done kind of research on the AT or follows things will probably have some idea about the Yellow Deli already. But for those who aren't aware, the Yellow Deli is basically, there's a whole bunch of Yellow Delis all around the world. I don't know if they all have hostels, but this one does. And they're essentially run by this like, yeah. Sorry about that. There's someone else came up and was enjoying the view, so I don't want to be talking while they were there. But yeah, so we stayed at the Yellow Deli, which is run by this like 12 tribes group, which are a community, like a religious community, and they all live together, and it's basically been suggested it might be a little cultish. But I don't know, they weren't trying to press any beliefs on anyone, they just had like a nice hostel to stay in, and basically just had a shower, did laundry, and then we took a zero yesterday in Rutland. So again, just took more time to heal up, not push myself. And then today we got back on trail at the road crossing we left, But essentially Rutland kind of, there's two ways to get into Rutland. So there's this Route 103 that we got off at and joined again today, and that basically goes in from the south, and then the trail goes up around the east of the town. So we're basically doing that 17-mile section from the bottom road crossing to the next one, and then we'll just hitch or get a bus back into Rutland and stay at the hostel again tonight.
We're never gonna leave.
We'd never leave. Yeah, so like from not planning at all, we're now suddenly staying 3 nights. So that's how they get you. But anyway, yeah, just done a bit of a climb already, but we've got to go over Mount Killington today, which I'm hoping we will have some views because it's pretty overcast today, but we'll see. I'm just going to enjoy the view here for a second, catch my breath, and then keep going. All right, see you in a bit. Thank you.
Okay.
It's 1700. How'd you feel?
Accomplished.
Yeah. We got less than 500 to go. So obviously we took some photos and stuff at the sign that said 500 miles left. So now we're at less than 500. Less than. Oh, that's a nice breeze. That's less than our. Was it Springer to Damascus? Not Grayson Highlands.
Yeah.
Where we had saw the ponies.
Damn, that was that long ago?
Yep, and that was
1,200 miles ago.
1,200 miles ago, and we were in like 2 feet of snow or something.
Yeah.
A foot of snow maybe, but I like that we were in a foot of snow, and then now we're climbing up to a mountain that's like the biggest ski resort in the northeast.
Oh, that's true.
And there's no snow.
That's funny.
But there we go. Oh, that's good. All right, we've got about a mile left of climbing or something. Half a mile?
Just half a mile.
I don't know. We've still got lots of climbing.
Oh,
But
I'm tired.
hopefully, it looks like it's clearing up, so hopefully we actually get some views at the top. So lead on. Why are you not leading on? Oh, you want to take a picture? Okay, never mind. All right, let's go. Hi everyone, good afternoon, not morning. I realised I didn't film an intro this morning, but I'll do it now. So yeah, yesterday was an interesting one. I didn't film any kind of like outro or anything, so we're just so rushed at the end of the day. But essentially, we got up to the top of Mount Killington and had 6.5 miles and about 2,500 feet of descent to go to the parking lot and the road. And when we were up there, we found out there was, well, we knew there was going to be rain that evening, but the storm had been pushed up to 6 o'clock and it was 3:30. So we had 2.5 hours, and we somehow managed to book it down the mountain. And God knows how we did it, but like basically almost jogged. Thankfully it was like a pretty easy grade down, but we made it down. As soon as we got to the car park, the rain sort of started coming in. We just immediately ran out onto the road, stuck our thumb out while we were putting on our rain gear, and like within 2 minutes a van pulled over, and two very lovely people from Rutland let us get in and gave us a lift back to the Yellow Deli for the night. And pretty much as soon as we started driving, the heavens just opened, so it was like the perfect timing. So we got to go back, get dry, showered, do laundry again. Yeah, overall, like, a very nice, relaxed evening after that, after the panic of, you know, rushing down the mountain. And then this morning, we got the free commuter bus that runs between Rutland and Killington back to the trailhead. And we're basically just doing, well, we're almost at the end now. We've got like 2.5 miles to go to Stony Brook Shelter. So we're only doing about 10 or 11 miles today. But we've been very relaxed about it. Like, we stopped in the town of Killington to wait out a rainstorm, and their little pavilion was right next to the public swimming pool, which has like a $4 day pass for non-residents. So Korak and I made use of that and went for a little half-hour swim, and then all the summer camps and the children arrived and were screaming and running around, so we decided to leave and finish up these last few miles, which is what we're doing now. But yeah, so I guess I'll stick in the footage from earlier today, so it's going to be a lot sunnier than earlier than it is now. But yeah, enjoy. Alright, just another quick update of some other things that went on today as well. Just remembered. So you might notice this is different. This phone pouch that I always have. So we went past an outfitter today that mostly is just like a ski and cycle mountain bike outfit. They have very few like hiking supplies and fewer still backpack accessories. But the few things they did have, one of them was this little waterproof Osprey phone pouch with this like weird like rubber zip thing, like kind of like a Ziploc bag type deal. Because as we were getting ready to leave there, the zip on mine just completely broke and would not do up, and was jamming and starting to pull away from the fabric. So perfect timing, it broke outside of a store where they sold something I could use as a replacement, so that's good. The other thing they had, which I needed, was a little replacement buckle for the strap, like this thing here, because the original one on the left side, a little piece of the plastic had broken off, that it still held mostly in place, but it wasn't tensioned properly. So it meant that throughout the day, not even throughout the day, just every couple hundred yards, I had to keep pulling the strap and readjusting, retightening the bag, which was annoying. But again, one of the few things this place sold was replacement buckles. So I fitted that, and now I haven't had to adjust my bag all day. I keep going to do it out of like muscle memory, but yeah, it's all fixed now. So yeah, a few things they sold exactly what I needed, so that was handy. The trail does indeed provide. Alright, speaking of the trail providing as well, I'll talk about it when we get to shelter, but I have a bit of a treat, both for myself and for you, and for one particular commenter. So we'll get to that in a second. Alright guys, just getting to the shelter for the evening. I've just stepped away for a sec because there's people there, so I don't want to disturb them, but big news. So I think it was either our first or second like Ales on Trails section I did, and someone commented, and forgive me for, I can't remember the name off the top of my head now, and I haven't got service to at the moment to look up who it was. I'll put a screenshot here or something. But they basically said, this was like when I was in like North Carolina, they said when you get to Vermont, look out for a beer from the Alchemist brewery called Heady Topper, because it's like, I guess they said it was world renowned or something. What they said, it was like really hard to come by and like basically impossible to find outside of Vermont. Well, I managed to get hold of some. I've seen it a few places over around Vermont, but they've only ever sold it as like a 4-pack. And I was like, I'm not buying 4 beers just to try one. And then I realised today that my time was running out, so I bought a 4-pack and sharing them with people at the shelter. But yeah, let's give it a go. Ooh, that is good. That is very nice. That is very hoppy. Incredibly hoppy. That aftertaste is quite something. And it's 8% as well. Blimey. I'm not sure if it doesn't taste as refreshing as I thought it might, but then that's because it's been sat in my bag, been shaking around climbing up a mountain all day and isn't as cold as it probably should be, but yeah, that's what have they said here? Double India Pale Ale. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they say you have to drink it from the can. I don't know, I guess to retain some of the aromas and whatnot, but whatever. It's, yeah. Very good. I like it. And 8%, so that's going to send me right to sleep, which is even more of a bonus. Because we've only done like 10 miles today, and we're planning on doing like 22 tomorrow, so good night's sleep is needed. So yeah, I'll catch you in the morning.